All right, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of In the Zone podcast. It's been a minute. They had your boy in jail. Zuckerberg had me on lock again. Then I took a little brief respite. Once I got out, you can't get out of jail and then just sit at the crib. You gotta go. You gotta go somewhere and see your baby mom and all them. So I had to go deal with that for a little bit. But your boy is back. It's been a second. This was requested not by me. Let me put this out here already. I'm not happy about it, but y'all might enjoy it. So we're going to talk about it anyway. Coming to America. Joining me are some of my usual castmates, some of my faves. This is actually a Shaneen suggestion, so you can blame her for the vitriol I'm about to spit about this movie. Shaneen, what's going on, lady?
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Happy beginning of baseball season. Let's go Sox.
Yeah.
Let's go Sox. Don't be shaking your head. Detroit Tigers gonna suck, and we gonna be stomping all up and down them all season.
That's why I'm shaking my head, because we gonna suck.
Hey, Simmons is in the building. What's going on with you, baby?
What's up, everybody? Happy weekend. Happy Saturday.
Hey, so as I got it going on behind me. I don't even want to turn around and acknowledge that it's on. You can see that Neen and Jamil, they got their African garb on and full. I was about to say Wakandan, Samundan attire. As you can see, I refuse to acknowledge this movie's existence after this conversation. We're about to get into it. So you already watched the first episode of this, the part 1 to the part 2, where we broke down Coming to America, the original classic Eddie Murphy comedy that came out, 30 years ago? Something like that. I forget exactly how far apart they are. I think it's 29, 30 years ago. I'll look back at my notes. Which led to this uninspiring sequel, Coming to America. Even the title is whack. But anyway, we're going to get into it. So Eddie, for whatever reason, decided that Coming to America needed a sequel. I don't know why. So the premise is he has a son in America that he was completely unaware of. I guess that's possible. He's got it. I'll dive in this later. I'm not even gonna talk about this later. So anyway, he's got 3 daughters with Lisa. They're in Wakanda. I'm gonna keep saying Wakanda.
Zamunda.
They're in Zamunda, the original Wakanda.
The shade.
They're twin cities. They're in Zamunda, chilling, kicking it with their 3 daughters. The king is still kicking it though. Still alive, still doing his thing. So Eddie Murphy is still a prince all these years later. I don't even know how that works, but I guess it is what it is. How frustrating is that? Or is that just good life? We can talk about that later too. And then his father, if you haven't seen the movie, I'm sorry. His father dies. And the best part of the movie, the best piece of this movie is that Wesley Snipes is the dictator of a neighboring country that promises war if the 2 families aren't united under one flag by marriage, because his sister was supposed to marry Eddie Murphy in the first place, and Eddie, of course, leaves her barking and hopping on one leg for the next 30 years, which in itself is stupid, and I'll talk about that later too. So anyway, movie comes out. Movie is supposed to be released worldwide in theaters in August of last year. Obviously, that didn't happen. Thank God. Because had I paid money to see this, somebody would be, anyway, it'd be hell to pay. Let me just say that.
Right.
It comes out, Amazon buys it, and they released it about a month ago or so. And it's come out to mixed reviews. And let's just start there. Shaneen, what did you think about this movie?
I enjoyed it. So this is, oh my gosh. I thought I put this thing on Do Not Disturb.
Hey, y'all, stop calling Shaneen. She's filming right now. Stop calling her.
I thought I put it on Do Not Disturb. So this was my 3rd time watching it. So I really, really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was funny. It was beautiful, costume, everything. I enjoyed it. I really did.
Pause. Let me stop.
That's why she wanted to do this movie.
Not clearly.
Well, no, I wanted to do it. because we had done the first
about
one.
this movie? If you tell me the costumes,
It was entertaining.
What was entertaining about this?
Brian, don't do me like that because you didn't find anything. I'm telling you, I was thoroughly entertained by it. I thought it was funny.
Thoroughly entertained.
Yes, I saw it twice because I wanted to watch it twice, and then I saw it a third time so that I can take notes for this. But yes, I was thoroughly entertained by it, and it was very funny. Yes, I was entertained.
Jamil,
I liked it.
Jamil, what'd you think?
Well, I guess I'm somewhere in between y'all two. Wasn't the greatest movie. I did think there were parts that were funny. It wasn't, I wouldn't put it in the hilarious category. Like I was explaining.
How about thoroughly? Would you say thoroughly?
No, I say I wouldn't put it in the hilarious category.
I'm just asking.
But as I was telling someone, it wasn't a movie of big laughs, but it had consistent small laughs throughout it.
We got to dive into this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this repeatedly. So I've seen it 1.5 times. The first time I tried to watch it, I went to sleep. Let me tell you the difference between fell asleep and went to sleep. I didn't fall asleep. I purposely rolled over while Allison was watching it next to me in the bed, and I went to sleep. It was that bad. The only reason I have revisited this movie is because we're doing this conversation today. Now, that being said, there were a couple of moments, and let me say this. I'm a harsh critic. I know this. Everybody gives me shit about it. I am tough. I walked in this expecting it to suck and hoping it wouldn't. So I'm not walking in this like, this is gonna suck. Nope. I was like, oh, please be better than I think it's gonna be. Please be better than I think it's gonna be. Then it simply was not. Now, there were a couple of moments where I did chuckle upon the rewatch. Leslie Jones, for the first time in my life, actually put a smile on my face.
Yes, agreed. Totally agree with you there.
So I'm going to give it that amount of credit. I enjoyed Wesley. He hammed it up. It was good to see him back on the big screen. I've always been a Wesley fan. Warmed the cockles of my heart a little bit. Other than that, there's nothing redeeming about this movie. It recycles all the same jokes. It recycles all the same characters. There's no originality. It's essentially a reboot of the original. There's no chemistry between the lead dude, whose name I don't even know. Awful. There's no chemistry between him and the barber one he winds up marrying. It's all rushed and hurried and whacked and a retread of the original, and I'm offended that it even happened. Gosh. I'm just saying it.
You are the movie's biggest hater.
I might not be the biggest, but I'm on the hating team.
You definitely sound like you're the biggest.
What made you laugh out loud, Shanae? What part made you laugh out loud? Like,
I have on here. I thought
break it off. You break it off. Give me your favorite scenes. I want to hear this.
Okay. Well, my favorite scene for sure is Mary's house when they bring the king, when Lavelle, the prince, brings the king home. That was hilarious.
Hilarious.
Yes, it was very funny to me. With
all the term hilarious. It was a good scene.
When she was trying to figure out if she slept with him and then she was like, well, y'all know I was a hoe back in it. Like Leslie was hilarious.
That made me chuckle. I give you
Leslie was very, very funny. So that whole scene at her house was funny. Of course, the barbershop, the Mighty Sharp barbershop scene was still good. You didn't even think that was good, Brian?
I was offended that it was even in the movie.
It had to be in the movie.
It had to be. This is the retread I'm talking about. There was nothing funny about that scene. Maybe when the dude went to the African with flies thing and they kind of shut him down.
Oh my God, that was the.
I was kind of like.
So you didn't I laughed.
Oh, wait, you ain't even like the part when they were talking about feeling love women and how you can't do that no more. Like that was funnier than the African
And
fly
he said,
thing.
I'm sad that you can no longer blah 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 women.
Right.
I got it when I was younger. That was kind of funny. I give you that.
And I like when he asked him, when he said the prince is now a king, and he said, you got kids? He said, I got kids. I got a granddaughter that's now my grandson. And he was like, they could change vagina to penis and science, and then
He's like, that's science.
The other one was like, I bet they could fix those sloppy titties y'all got.
Wait a minute. Okay, Shanae, I give you that. That made me laugh out loud. That one line made me laugh out loud, and I shouldn't have. As funny and offensive and so fucking awful.
Very offensive, but it was.
But
funny.
That one line did make me laugh out loud. I give you that.
Okay.
But, so the 30 years and you came back didn't make you laugh either?
No. Right.
I didn't dig that. The long arm of child support or court, whatever the court order always gets something. I was like, man.
No.
There's a lot of trying hard there. There was a lot of trying hard in that.
But Mary said, "Oh, so you a king? Oh, so you a king? Okay, king." Funny.
I didn't think that was funny, but
oh, okay.
What else you got?
I liked when General Izzy was talking to Eddie, and he was just saying how, it must be embarrassing, for him to have not had a son. So he was like, a king without an heir, with a king without an heir, without a nutsack. I thought that was funny. Okay, well, that one.
Brian is not feeling none of this right now.
Oh, come on. You gave me a couple that I was like, all right, that wasn't too bad, but I think you're gonna fall short from this point.
And I think I liked every time that they just called him his bastard son. Okay.
All right. Fair enough. We have dissenting opinions here, and that's all right.
At least I pulled a couple that
you got a couple.
Okay.
You got a couple.
So
of
I'm okay with
I
that.
wouldn't say scenes, but you got a couple of lines.
So there were funny scenes. The Mary's house scene was funny. I think Tracy Morgan kind of stole that scene with some of his comments, but we'll go through that with funny lines or whatever. When we first meet General Izzy, the way his interest with Michael Blackston.
Yes, that was funny.
Michael Blackston's intro was funny.
Yeah.
The little dance walk-in made me chuckle.
They actually reminded me of like a fraternity.
Hey, wait a minute. He did when he left one scene, I think it was when they first meet the daughter and they get engaged or whatever, or they agree to marry. He does kind of like an alpha train out. I swear to God.
They reminded me of like a fraternity.
Now, the one scene that made me laugh out loud that I can remember in my first watch was the scene when they go to Izzy's country and them dudes are working out with the shake weights. Like, I laughed out loud. I was like, dude, I ain't seen this commercial in about 10 years. And these dudes are here with shake weights.
That was cute.
Oh my gosh. What about the morning after, when the prince woke up and he realized, he was a prince and they were about to, start to treating him like a prince. I thought that was pretty funny when he woke up and they were like, "Are you ready for your royal bath?" He was like, "Bath? Like, oh, all three of y'all?"
I didn't think that was funny.
Then he ran to his mama's room like a little bitch. Mommy, these beautiful women wanted to give me baths.
Right.
So stupid ass out of here. Mama already get taken advantage of, and you out here talking about, "Mommy, I don't know what to do."
Right.
They want to give me a bath.
Now, the one part that was funny was the job interview scene that he had.
The job interview, I have that down.
That was hilarious.
I had that with Jay Marr. What's his name? I always forget his name. He does Saturday Night Live news reports. I forget his name.
Yeah, Colin, whatever his name is.
Colin, there it is.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That scene made me chuckle aloud. I give you that. I give you that.
Yeah.
It was Oxy.
Right. And it was my mom.
It was my mom. When the white boy gets the biggest chuckles out of me and Coming to America, it's a problem. It's a problem.
Wait, but the whole train and the conversation, he was like, "So is your dad in your life?" So you had to help mom. I was like, dude, where is this going?
He was like, yeah, I know. I didn't see my parents a month at a time when I was at boarding school. It could be right. But even that part, the Dukes, like, did we have to bring the Dukes back in it? I mean, come on, man.
Hey, there's something.
Every little thing didn't have to be put back in this movie.
The Dukes didn't have to be in there, but well, they were in the they were pulled into the original at some point, weren't they?
That was that was good when it was done originally. Right. Just throwing them arbitrarily, and I guess those two dudes are dead, so they couldn't be in the movie. But just throwing them arbitrarily in the movie, at a job interview for what even? He's talking about selling cell phones. Like, what are we doing here? What was haphazard is my point. Haphazard.
And it was great that they tried to tie in all of these movies from the past. I really enjoyed the flashbacks to the original.
Me too.
Because my whole question is, how is this dude gonna have a son? Now, it wasn't necessarily the greatest answer, but it was logical. They tied it in, and they brought it full circle.
Hey man, so Zamunda don't have a Maury on Zamunda. nobody go get a blood test, or nobody go get a paternity test. We just go assume this is what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how they were going to tie it in. I guess that's fine. He got high and didn't remember. But and there's this wild boar bursts into the room and humps on me. And I'm like, what? Come on, man. Yeah. Look, even Shanice, like, even there, she's like, yeah, that was kind of.
And the fact that he called her a wild boar.
Oh, see.
I
wasn't even going there. She kind of, anyway, we're not even.
It was a few subliminals in there too, though.
Speak on it.
No, just like they're probably referencing, like, all the references to his size and girth, right? Like, every time they mention, his penis or whatever, you see him turn to the side and he does like this, right? It's real subliminal. Like, even when they the scene when they do the circumcision, you can see like his ring was bigger than everybody else's.
Yeah.
I was like, that's under the cover, subliminal funny, but it's not laugh out loud funny.
Look, they also.
You know what though? That's a good point, because even when Wesley's introduced, they say he's the most well-endowed man in Africa.
Right, and he's like.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. That's exactly what I was about to say.
That was what I was like, yeah. So, look, this is how deep we got. This is the deepest part of Coming to America. that Eddie's penis references. These are the subliminals we got to pick up on. Yeah. All right. So I actually did have a couple of scenes we probably touched on. So when I started watching, I was like, I ain't gonna have none. I'm just gonna be like, I ain't got none. But the scene with Colin Jost, that, as we already touched on, that was funny.
She on the phone again?
I'm telling you, somebody calling her right now.
I'm telling them, I'm like, listen, leave me alone. It's my aunt.
Look, they don't even want nothing. Not you don't want nothing. Talk later. And you know what I thought was actually a good scene? The fight between him and Lisa in the bedroom. When she was a little bubbly and she calls him out on bullshit and kicks him out, and he's like, are you kicking me out of, you dare kick me out of my royal bedroom? Do you see me hopping on one leg and barking like a dog?
Yes, that's what I put when the queen got queens on them.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, when she had a couple of drinks and yeah. So I did like those two scenes as scenes I enjoyed.
Because that made me remember, like, well, even when she and Mary were at the bar and everything, I was like, oh, dag, wait, Lisa is from Queens. So this is really like somebody who she can relate to.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, they started doing a little Humpty dance thing or whatever Although I think the Humpty Dance came out after she moved to Africa, but that's all right. We're not gonna timeline it like that. That's okay.
She still got music over there.
Yeah,
They were getting their music.
That's true. They get it later than we do, but that's all right. It's all good. Have y'all? But no, for real. Have y'all ever been to like? I only mentioned this because I was just in Mexico, and it's always funny that they get music like 6 months after it comes out, or like a year after it comes out, and it's just funny to Jamil been in Dominican with me, or Mexico, or Jamaica, and the locals always hollering at you like, "What's play some new stuff, So whenever I was we were chilling at the pool or whatever, I'm one of them black folks. I bring my own speaker. I don't care what they playing at the pool. I got my own music. And every time I would put it on, Ashley would give me the face like, you got to be one of them. I'm like, I don't care. And I put it on. Everybody around us would start like partying to my music. And I'm like, see? But they always, is that some new Drake? Is that some new blah, blah? Like they are never up on whatever's like the most current stuff. So it's all, I'm like, let me play some City Girls for you. City Girls. I'm putting them up on the hood. But she like, I don't even mess with the City Girls. I'm not even going to acknowledge this. The City Girls.
Pretty much. I mean, I know their names, but that's it.
They're still not texting them since they can't call no more. All right. favorite. We've had like 3 scenes. Woo. Favorite lines. Give me some lines. Give me your favorite quotes. Ning, I'm gonna let you start off since you do.
Oh, I did. I kind of gave mine though.
Okay.
I went out of sequence. I gave mine when I said, "Oh, so you a Kang? Oh, okay, Kang." And when he said about the I got a granddaughter that used to be my grandson.
It's science.
Yeah. And the sloppy titties in Africa. Yeah, those are my
I shouldn't have laughed at that. I still feel bad.
those are my favorites. I did like too that she said when they flashed back to the club scene, and Mary was like, "You ain't got a lie to get this ass."
Is that what she said? See? I missed that. All right, that's funny actually. Oh, she was kind of funny.
He was saying like he is.
This
a
is
prince.
when she was at the bar.
Right. He was like, okay, yeah, like basically like a prince. Okay, y'all, you ain't got to lie to get this ass.
Oh, that's what she said. Let me go throw up.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I concur. This is the only time I've ever found Leslie Jones even remotely funny.
Me too. It's unbelievable, like how she was like the show stealer to me. That's another conversation.
I've given her multiple. Well, we here now. I've given her multiple chances, like Saturday Night Live stuff and the Ghostbusters. Although that wasn't really fair. I watched her on the stand-up on Netflix last year, and I'm like, I want to like her for whatever reason. I want to like her. Something about her that makes me want to like her. And I every time I'm just.
Me too. Yeah.
Man.
Except for now.
And this is a whole other conversation, but it's I don't know why it's so tough for female comedians. Right? Like Tiffany Haddish, Girls Trip, hilarious. Right? I was like, oh, okay, she got a bright future. And she does, obviously. She's all over the place. But since then, everything I've ever seen her in, particularly her stand-ups,
not funny.
Well, that's another topic. I ain't gonna go into that. We might have comments.
We have a whole lot of Coming to America talk.
I don't
tell you
find
right
her
now.
funny.
This podcast could be 30 minutes.
But you know what? Cat Williams was right. Like, she's not a comedian, she's a comedic actress. There's a difference. Like,
she didn't start off in stand-up?
Huh?
You didn't start out in stand-up?
No. Well, she might have started out in stand-up, but he was saying, like, really, she's a comedic actress and not
basically he's saying that she's not funny.
Right. Well, he was saying she doesn't have the ability to go out night after night and make people laugh on the cuff. Like, he was like, well, I don't know if y'all all saw that interview he did in Atlanta on the radio station, but he said, tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke. I'll wait. And you can't think of like a Tiffany Haddish joke. You can think about her in scenes and movies and so forth, but you can't think of a joke of hers that you could like go tell someone else. And that was his point. Like, there are other female comedians better than her. But he was like, she's a great comedic actress. You put her on camera and she's good. But and she can't go out.
Yeah, I'm about to say I would dispute that, but
but he's saying she can't go out to a nightclub and kill night after night.
Right.
essentially.
Yeah. But that's the thing. So like there are plenty of comedic actors that are and actresses that are like that, right? You put them in a movie with the right role and the right acting, with the right writing, they're gonna kill it. They're gonna be funny. Something about them just transfers into funny on screen.
Right.
Doesn't mean you can put them in front of a mic and they're gonna kill it, right? And there's some people that you put them in front of a mic, they're gonna be dope, and you put them on screen, and that's not gonna translate.
And they suck.
But neither one of them really translate for her to me.
Me neither. Girls Trip was her funniest to me, and then I liked her in The Kitchen, but it wasn't a comedy, so she had a serious role, so she did good with that. But then anything other than that, I'm not a fan of hers at all.
Well, she was above Leslie Jones, I'll tell you that. But Leslie Jones gave me some tickles here. Jamil, what you got on the line side?
So favorite lines: "So Moon to Wakanda, Connecticut. I don't know where you from." Tracy Morgan.
Speaking of somebody I don't find even the least bit funny.
The other line, Wesley Snipes. He was like, "Oh, so you found your missing sperm in America," or something like that.
He did say that. I often wonder about my missing sperm.
So that what else that we didn't mention? Those were my major two. And then again, the whole scene about the interview. He was like, it was Oxy and it was my mom. That was hilarious. Another Tracy Morgan, my PlayStation ain't going nowhere. I'm like, dude, man, we talking about going to Africa. You worrying about a PlayStation.
Man, you can leave, but you can't take my PlayStation.
And that's about it. Like, I mean, like I said, it wasn't a major hilarious. Well, the barbershop scene that you don't agree with, he was like, you ain't paying no child support and you came back. Like, that was hilarious to me. But yeah. You ain't feeling that one. But those are probably the major ones.
And I lost children. I don't laugh at these things.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't a movie full of lines like quotables, but it was a decent attempt.
I like Lunel. The whole Mary scene with the three of them at the Lunel and the other guy that was at the table.
Oh, and to that point, when she was like, "We gotta get 30 candles on that cake," and she was like, "We only got 10." She was like, "Cut them in half." She was like, "But that's
funny." That was funny. That was on my list. That was either, but that's only 20.
Yeah, I like Lunel, and actually, she is so funny. I had a chance to watch her on D Nice's live. He had her in for his Club Quarantine anniversary weekend, and she is really, really funny. Just sitting there, like, she was so funny. So I want to give her props for her little role in there.
Yeah, but she was grinding on the singer. That was kind of funny. He was like,
Morgan Freeman though.
All of that. See, all the En Vogue, the
Gladys Knight.
It was all that's all. It was so.
But wait, did y'all listen to the Gladys Knight song?
Yes.
The King that came.
The lyrics.
Son won't have a male or something like that. Yeah. I was like, what?
I was like, Gladys had changed the lyrics up.
First of all, just that scene in general, like the funeral scene, him in the casket, that was so weird.
Trying too hard.
That was weird.
Though I think I might have my funeral before I die if I can. Hold on, complete divergence again. I'm like, we're here now.
That was weird.
Would you like? All right. Don't you kind of want to see your own funeral? Am I the only one that kind of is interested in this?
I mean, I have envisioned in my mind like what it would look like. Sure. Yeah. I guess so. That's morbid.
It is. It's a little morbid, but it's.
So now everybody want to see their funeral before they go.
That's what I'm saying. Is this going to be a thing that now? That's probably what they're trying to usher in. You know, it's always
Well, put that in under they can change the culture for anything. We'll see in about 10 years. We going to Brian's funeral next week.
well, the holograms
Brian
are definitely in the movie.
Oh, he is.
I mean, it's something like I want to die just so I can see how folks react, but then I want to be alive again.
Right.
You know, like I don't want to really be dead, but I want to see how folks react, and I want to come out and be like, "Nah, fuck you. You didn't cry. Fuck you. You didn't even come to the funeral. Fuck you."
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, it occurred to me when it was happening. I was like, "Oh, that's not a bad idea." I had a couple when he was like when King Joffrey was like dying or whatever. He told Simmons that, "Why couldn't it be you?"
Right.
That made me laugh. I gotta give it that. Fix them long sloppy titties. I know we've said it like 3 times and we shouldn't have laughed, but it did make me laugh. You said, "Y'all know I was a hoe. I wasn't selling it. I would have got someone Fashion Nova dresses if I was selling it."
And wait, dude at the table was like, "Yeah, she was a hoe.
Yeah,
Fashion Nova." I was like, "What?"
Y'all know I was a hoe. I mean, I wasn't selling it, but it's caviar, Mom. You know my cousin named that. Like,
yes, Leslie.
I'm telling you, Leslie, a couple of times made me chuckle out loud.
Black mashed potatoes.
Black mashed potatoes. And then Wesley, whose auntie is this?
I forgot about that one. Good.
And the best line in the movie, which translates to this entire debacle, if something is good, why ruin it? When you got a classic, why ruin it?
Well, you know, they had to throw that in there because that's what everybody was saying prior to the release of it. So they thought, and I thought that was a good nod to we heard y'all out there.
But here's the thing,
Nasha, then we heard you and we shut this motherfucker down.
Here's the thing, though. They fought it for what, 23 years or 27 years? Like, we're not doing another one. And we kept asking for it. We wouldn't let it die. Who can we be mad at?
Who kept asking? I never heard anybody ask for this. Did you hear somebody ask for this? I never read about one article saying we need a Coming to America sequel.
Come on, man. You know people are always asking for a sequel.
I never heard it.
It's been rumors for 25 years that it was going to be a sequel before they actually started production.
If you want to do it in 1992, after so much time goes by, you just can't do this. So now he's supposed to be making Beverly Hills Cop 4. Did he not see Beverly Hills Cop 3? Was he not a part of this movie? Another movie I wish I could forget happened. Oh my goodness. Eddie is just out of here. All right. I don't even know where to go with most of this, but is this the best movie any of them ever made? No. Wait, Leslie Jones.
Yes, Leslie. Yep.
There we go. Right on screen. She's right on cue.
You're right. She's right on cue. She had to have been in a better movie than this. Now, this might be the best performance I've ever liked there, but she had to have been in a better movie than this.
I don't think so.
Oh,
man.
I don't think I've ever seen a Leslie Jones movie. Outside
me neither.
Ghostbusters. She was in the all-females Ghostbusters.
What Ghostbusters?
That's the reason
There's only 2 Ghostbusters movies. I don't know any other Ghostbusters movie you talk about.
I didn't realize there was an all-female Ghostbusters.
Another reboot. They rebooted. They did all-female Ghostbusters.
Like I said, it's only 2 Ghostbusters movies. I don't know anything.
What's her name? McCarthy. She was in it.
That's my girl.
No.
So funny. Not Jenny.
Jenny McCarthy. Who's the
Melissa.
Melissa, yeah.
And the other Kristen Wiig, she was in it.
Okay.
Right. It's not. This movie never happened, dude. There's only 2 Ghostbuster movies ever.
And I almost kind of want to forget about Ghostbusters 2 if we being frank about it.
Hey,
hold
on,
it
was made close enough to the original to count.
Close enough. And Bobby Brown sang the theme.
Exactly.
So I can't let that go. Hold on, I'm looking her up. She got it. She had to have been in a better movie than this. I refuse to believe this.
Stop.
Yeah.
Wait, don't waste
Just
your time.
never have this moment.
Yes. Give her her flowers while she's here, Brian.
Yeah. Let her have this moment.
Hey, hold on, I'm looking at our filmography. National security, Jesus. Lottery ticket, good Lord.
Stop reading, dude. We've already answered this question.
Oh no, she was in top 5. Boom.
Top 5 what?
With Chris Rock.
I didn't see it.
Top 5. That was a good movie, and she must have been. Oh, she played one of his homegirls in top 5. That's right. That was a better movie. I knew she was in something better than this. Had to have been.
I didn't like
top 5.
I never saw top 5.
Oh, top 5 is good. Yeah. Thank God for top 5. Trainwreck wasn't bad. All right, so no Eddie, of course. Nobody else. What about what's the main character dude's name? I don't even know his real name.
I don't know his real name either, but you know what I did learn about
That's
him?
a goddamn shame, people. We don't even know the lead character's name.
I did just discover that he did a movie and he was dressed in drag.
I can see that.
Yeah. I saw some video that I was watching on YouTube, and yeah, they showed him, and I was like, wait a minute, that's the dude that I never saw before now in the movie, and he didn't already did this. Yeah.
Well, he did throw his penis on that chopping block mighty fast in my taste, so maybe that was a foreshadowing. That's why I draw the line. I've wanted to be a member of many an organization, but you're not playing. You're not playing.
Not the royal penis.
Not the royal. Nah, that's just not. I don't want to be king that bad. I'm sorry.
Right.
Send me back. Kang. Send me back to Queens. I don't want that bad. All right. So none of this obviously wasn't anybody's best movie. Who was your favorite? I think we already got a winner for this. Favorite character in the movie?
Leslie, for sure. Mary. But you know, a lot of people online were saying that they really enjoyed what was it, Marimbe, the girl who was his barber?
The barber? No, I think you misunderstood what was being said. I think a lot of men said she looked great.
Well, yeah, she was definitely gorgeous. So I mean, right, yeah, okay, that's probably what.
I'm not sure her acting was what they were lauding.
But yeah, well, she was a favorite. She was definitely a favorite. But
I went and looked up pictures up afterwards for sure.
Leslie is my choice, and Wesley is a close second.
Close second. Mm-hmm. Close second. Wesley was with his little walks and everything. I got to give. I enjoyed the eldest daughter. No idea what I mean, but I enjoyed the eldest daughter.
She was good. Yeah. Okay.
Making me talk about this whack movie. See, this is gonna be a quick one. Did this movie affect anything in the culture?
We shall see. When we attend your funeral, and you got a barbecue at the house the next day. Talk about everything that happened at the funeral.
Hey, so if any of the leaks are watching, Stevie and them, don't be stealing this idea. I don't want to see it. I do not want to see it at the funeral home no time soon.
Lord, please, I'm over here praying.
Stevie like, that's not a bad idea. Soundtrack, whack. Like y'all, I didn't even listen to the soundtrack, so
I didn't even listen to the soundtrack.
Poster, whack. I don't like that cartoony bullshit they did with it. Any disputes there?
No.
Hell, what else we got? What did I miss?
The Blackest Thing.
Oh, The Blackest Thing. That's right. Come on, that's right. What The Blackest Thing? There might be a couple of those.
Mary's house.
Mary.
Everything that happened in Mary. Right, Mary. Mary's house. Mary.
Dude was like, I ain't going nowhere without my mama.
That's definitely Black folk.
Facts.
Yeah. And then she come in and introduce herself as their second mom. Y'all call me y'all second mom. That was African American.
That's African American. Going and borrowing her dress and didn't ask.
Yes.
My cousins have definitely done that.
Yeah.
Women ending their feud over drinks. That's definitely happened. Getting drunk, singing Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
Mary J. brought them together.
Yeah.
For sure.
Ronald McDowell had a part in his hair in the beginning, in the opening scene, when he was when they were talking about the vegan burger, and when they took the picture, he had a thick ass part in his afro.
Good for him. That's all. Oh, having an illegitimate child. Oh, that's wrong.
Low key,
a lot of cultures have illegitimate children. I'm kidding, people. I'm kidding.
Low key, I wrote it on my list.
You just want to go say it?
I was not going to, but it's on my list. I'm glad you said it. Thank you.
I'll always be that dude. That's all we got. Cause I got a whole other category I'm doing today. That's brand new that I didn't even tell y'all about, but y'all can jump in with me. The worst shit about this movie. Allow me to begin.
Oh God. How long is the list? Is this going to take the next 15 minutes?
Is this going to be a new category for every movie?
It might be. But I could not pass it up for this movie. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me say this before I start dogging it. Sherry Headley looks amazing.
Sherry Headley, Garcelle.
Not as much.
Wait, did you hit the pause on Garcelle?
She did. We only saw her like once or twice, right?
Another problem. Like, if you're gonna put her in a movie, give her something to do. Like,
yeah. She was still throwing out them roses.
Like, yo, give her a promotion. Let her be in charge of the Rose Petal Girls or something.
Right. She didn't get no promotion.
She's just there. I mean, that's again, you want to bring everybody back. I guess it's still alive and willing to do it. Fine.
She could have been over all the Bath Girls and everything. She could have been directing them or something.
Remember in the original, there was the one young lady. I'm still not quite sure what her role was. Maybe she was the Queen's handmaid, but like
really pretty. She was really
super
pretty.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenio was kind of trying to hit her at the very end or whatever. Couldn't she have been like Sherry Headley's assistant or something? She's still out there picking roses. Poor child. Yeah. Get that girl something better to do.
Look, before you do that,
and you know, them light-skinned women usually they don't age real well, aka Jasmine Guy. So it's good to see her still looking good.
But you know what? No, okay, yeah, let's not touch that. I'm not gonna do it.
No, come on, let's go.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to. We got people watching. I don't want to offend anybody, but when you got that mixed blood in you, then that's when that light skin don't work out so well. And I'm sorry, y'all.
To all of my mixed race friends, Shanice,
you told me to say it. Yeah, I mean, you threw it out there, and that's what we know. The Jasmine Guy, she mixed, ain't she?
Yeah. But I wasn't saying all that. I was just using her as an example.
Next topic.
We're just talking about Jasmine Guy then, like not anybody else. Everybody else is gonna grow older gracefully, and you're gonna be looking fine as hell when you're 70. Okay.
No, I'm just saying, generally don't turn out well for them. Vanessa Williams, not as bad as she. Anyway, all right, we're gonna keep it moving. Good for you, Sherry Headley, for holding on tight.
Wait, before you do that, where was Lisa's sister?
I thought about that as I rewatched it. I was like,
she was not in the
was
movie.
on my list.
Yeah, where is she?
Let's start there. The one brown-skinned girl and all the Coming to America one couldn't come back to the sequel. Oh, I guess they brought back Jack Boussier. What's her name? I don't even know how to say her name. Fancy.
Garcelle.
I just call her Fancy.
That's a good question.
Or maybe she didn't want to come back.
Is she alive? Do we know this?
Right. Is she alive?
Well, they
Right.
brought back what's her name? I can't think of her real name. The jump on one foot.
Right. But
Vanessa Bell Calloway.
Soror
So,
Vanessa.
so they brought her back. So
all right, so let me start there then. Well, one, yeah, where was the sister? That's bogus. I think she's still alive too. So anyway, she might have been the funniest part of the first one. Well, one of the funnier parts.
Mm-hmm.
Vanessa Bell Calloway, we're supposed to assume she's been hopping around and jumping and barking on for 30 years on one foot, and Eddie just decided now to release her from that. Stupid. Hated it.
I did not like that either, but I guess the point was, like you said, you left my sister at the altar and now look at her. So I guess she's been just messed up over it ever since. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, but then at the end she's cool because I guess he said, "Oh, you can finally stop hopping on one leg." Like, so he had never told her that in the dumb.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
They never went back to America, like ever. They never had an occasion to go back to America for any reason. Lisa never wanted to visit no family. They just brought them to Zamunda, huh? They never went back to the States.
Nope.
They never wanted to fly out and see Beyonce in Madison Square Garden or some shit. No, nothing. No reason.
They flew Beyonce to Zamunda.
But they probably know that they did go back because Lisa did go. We know that they went back to see her dad and stuff like that. They didn't need to tell us that.
James's dad is there.
The dad is there.
When Eddie said we going back to America, Arsenio Hall was like, hell no. They made it seem like they had never gone back. I don't like it. Makes no sense to me. The kiss between him, the main character whose name we don't know, but so Lavelle and the barber, awful. It's an awful kiss. Oh my God. He just seems awkward even trying to do it. It was, oh my goodness. It looked like a paraplegic trying to kiss somebody. It was horrible.
Brian.
It was horrible. What?
Y'all getting sued for this episode.
Oh my God. Like, yes, this was going down in flames. The flames.
That wasn't a shot at paraplegic. This is a shot at him. Shit. He should be better than him. Shit. This is ridiculous.
Man, I might have to do the Shanine and put my my stool.
Nah, bro, you already on. Too late. I like that picture though. Good picture.
My goodness.
There was no chemistry between him and that young lady.
This is too much.
I'm just saying. Zero chemistry. And hold on. They had only had 2 conversations. Literally. Maybe 3. Tops.
She groomed his hair every day.
He hadn't even been there a week.
He's a prince. They do it every day. He was there for like 2 weeks. No, he had to be there for a while. Because
it was really a week, right? Because they gave him a week to
learn all this priestly stuff before the wedding. So it wasn't even a week because Wesley said, I'm gonna be back in a week for the wedding.
But he was already there like a week, right?
So that's 6 days. 2 weeks. Huh? He had just got there the day before when he met the girl. So the day
Love at first sight. Love at first sight. It does exist.
Hey man, listen. I'm not saying that Eddie and Lisa had no long courtship in the first one, but there was a build up there. There was no build up here.
We ain't had time for all that, man.
We had plenty of time.
We already on borrowed time, man, making the sequel. They had to get to
it. We had plenty of time. Cut out some of the nonsense we had at the beginning. We could have. Anyway, so that was horrible. Why did they have to recycle so many of the jokes? Why couldn't we just get new jokes? Why did everything? Did you watch all the way to the end when the old white guy and the whose auntie is this was talking? What is this velvet? I mean, do we have to? I mean, do we have to? The funniest parts, do we have to try to fit them in this movie? Couldn't we just write some new funny shit? It irks me to no end. fat is Eddie Murphy right now?
And I was confused by that. Because when he's in the African garb, it's like you see it, but then when he's like in his pajamas, it's not really that.
It's not as pronounced, right?
Yeah, and I mean, Eddie ain't never really been big. So I wonder, because like even last year when he was doing stuff live, like he wasn't big. So I wonder if that's like a fat suit.
That's what I'm wondering. Is he really kind of, did he put on, is that pandemic weight?
Or maybe they shot during at different times.
No, they had to shoot in 2019 because it was supposed to come out in 2020.
Yeah, it couldn't have been that vast of a difference.
Yeah. I think that's
did he just like get a pandemic pouch, or is that some bullshit? Did he put on a little, I
think he got that James, I think he got that James Harden fat suit.
It was confusing. Was he supposed to be bigger because now he's older or whatever? So they wanted to give him some kingly weight.
Yeah, probably.
I didn't like it. And if you knew you was filming this movie and you put on that much weight, you had to do something about that. Come on. You're 100 something.
I guess they say the king is supposed to have a little weight on him.
Maybe. I didn't like it. It looked weird. I didn't appreciate it. What else did I have in here? Did you all watch the outtakes?
I believe I did.
The fact that you had to think about it tells me everything you need to know about even the outtakes were awful. Usually the outtakes are the funniest part of the movie sometimes. These were horrible. Nothing's funny. The one thing that was kind of funny was when what's my man's name? See, y'all made me forget this. Morgan Freeman. When Morgan Freeman said, "People stop fucking." Oh, wait a minute. What was that line? That was the only thing that was kind of funny. The rest of it was horrible. I got a whole list. I'm not even gonna do it.
Don't do it.
It's gonna get repetitious. Yeah, it's just a bad movie. Well, the best thing you could say about the movie are the costumes.
The costumes, they were amazing though. They were amazing.
They were amazing.
They was mighty sharp up in there.
I get that. But
mighty sharp.
Who did was it the same woman that did Black Panther? That won the Academy Award?
Oh,
Ruth something.
Right.
Ruth
I forget
Carter,
her last.
I think it's her name.
Ruth
right?
Carter.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Ruth. You were the hero. You and Leslie.
Yeah.
Y'all were the heroes of this one.
Mm-hmm.
So you watched this movie twice out of the sheer volition of your entertainment value?
I did. Well, yeah, I watched it with my mom and my godbrother first, and then I wanted to show it to my grandmother, so I watched it with my grandmother. Yeah. So yeah, but because I wanted to, because I could have just played it and left. But I sat there and I watched. It was entertaining. I did not view it like you did with a fine tooth comb and looking for every little thing that didn't make sense. I just literally wanted to enjoy it and be entertained. And it did just that for me.
So one funny thing I forgot to mention is when he walked into the palace for the first time with the bottle of Ace. I was like, dude, for real.
So that would be one of the blackest things.
Right.
Shanine, I didn't walk into this movie looking to tear it down or looking for it's gonna be awful. These things just hopped out. If I'm standing in my driveway and a parade of midgets comes down the street, I wasn't looking for them.
Listen, you know what?
They came walking down the street.
This episode is really gonna get you locked up.
This episode is just beyond.
I'm sorry, little people.
Anything we've ever done.
Tag me in this episode, please.
Oh, too late. You already.
Oh my God.
I can't help but see them. And then if I come knock on the window and say, "Hey, look at this parade of little people," I'm not the bad guy. Pointing it out. They're there. Much like the flaws of this movie. They're there for everyone to see. I'm just pointing them out.
There were definitely there were flaws. Like, no, I agree with a lot of what you said, but then I just still I was entertained by all of the
I know
crazy.
everybody. It was a family reunion. It just brought me back to when I was a child and I watched it. Yeah, that's all great and nostalgic. Fine. I give you all of that. That's what you felt for it. What do you think of it as a movie? Stop telling me how it made you feel because you remember where you saw it the first time in Evergreen Plaza. I don't care. It's still a bad movie.
Did you all catch that? Did you all catch when he gave a nod to the elephant, which, as if that was the first, the elephant from the first movie?
Mm-hmm.
Remember in the opening scene?
The elephant? Yeah, I saw that, yes.
The opening scene of the first movie, with the elephant, and then in this one, when the elephant was coming through and he was like, oh, yeah, I've known him, for a long time or something like that. He gave a nod to that.
Babar, yes. Another throwaway. Why? What do we care that the elephant is still around?
I noticed it. I caught it because I remembered. And then
specifically said it. How could you miss it?
Jamil just said
he was like, hey, remember the elephant from the first movie? Hey.
Did you all catch that Mika, the middle daughter is his real daughter? Is Eddie's real daughter?
I noticed that in the credits.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did notice that in the credits. The boy got like 20 kids. He could have cast all of them, couldn't he?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But see, why she ain't need that job? Get that job some other working young actress that needed that. All this nepotism.
That was her first working job. She had to audition.
Yeah, probably her last, because her daddy was in it. She don't need that money. Let somebody need that money get that money. Now, again, people say, but they put 600 Black people to work. Salute. They should have put fucking 600 more writers on this motherfucker. Maybe it would have been a better. Oh, so Kenya Barris is part of the writing crew for this. I'm extremely disappointed. I find most things he creates hilarious.
But you don't think this is in his wheelhouse in terms of the type of comedy that was in it? Because it feels like
there you go. There's Babar. There you go. Babar just came. We just walked him through. Another useless reference to the first movie. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it feels like Black AF in terms of the type of comedy in it.
Are you saying this is or isn't in his wheelhouse?
So what?
You said this is or is not in his wheelhouse? This movie.
No, I'm saying it feels to me a little bit like his wheelhouse. Like it feels like his type of comedic writing style.
Absolutely, which is why I'm disappointed in how not funny it was. Right, like Black as Fuck is funny. Like Blackish is still funny. Girls Trip was hilarious. Right, like these are the things I know he's written off the top of my head.
Right.
Once I saw he was in, when I was doing, after I watched it again and was looking up the research for this, I was like, oh, he was affiliated with this. I mean, I guess we all have our bad days.
Hey man, you can't go 20 for 20 every day.
No, we all have our bad days, but I wonder how much they paid him. I got to feel at some point he was like, you know what, guys? Maybe he wrote all the Lisa Jones material. Maybe that's Leslie. What the hell is her name? Leslie
Jones, man.
Maybe he wrote all the lines. Maybe that's his contribution. Look, I made her take off her African garb. I'm sorry.
All right, y'all. It's time to go, y'all. Let's just move on and wrap this up.
All right, y'all. Listen, I told y'all that was gonna be a short one. You know why? Because this movie sucked. We could. Jamil out here flaws, and he got him a new profile. Oh, everybody gonna turn their cameras off. I don't care. Hey y'all, welcome back. Hey, go enjoy this Easter weekend. Happy Easter weekend.
Happy Easter weekend.
Hope everybody gets some time with their fam. We will be back next week with an actual classic movie with a million and one funny lines and too many scenes. I just stopped writing them down. I'm about to say the whole damn movie Friday. We'll be back next week to talk about an actual comedy. Y'all enjoy the rest of the weekend and the rest of your week. I will see you then. What's up, Shanine?
Can we just say a quick we're sending our love and our prayers out to the family of Erica Watson.
Absolutely.
Pray that she's resting in peace today as we get ready to celebrate her life. So
absolutely. Yeah, peace and blessings bestowed upon everybody that knew and loved Erica, went to U of I with her. Won't say we would have, close friends or anything, but definitely knew her.
The Kenwood Bronco family.
Yeah, great spirit. Had she been a writer on this movie, it would have been funnier.
It would have been for sure.
She was a funny woman. And seemed to be more than well loved by most. And that I've never heard a discouraging word about her. That says something about somebody. So yeah, everybody that knew her and missed her and loved her, our sincerest condolences as we are about to step into her homegoing. So
yeah,
definitely. But see you guys Wednesday on the What's in It for the Black People Network. Wednesday, I am discussing what you owe. As successful Black people, what do we owe? What do we owe our family? What do we owe our community, meaning the place we grew up? What do we owe the community, meaning Black people as a whole? What do you owe? Do you owe anything? Maybe, maybe not. And the next Saturday, we'll be here talking about Friday, and that will be a full-length episode because there'll actually be a lot of good things to talk about, unlike this trash-ass movie. All right, y'all. See y'all later.
Peace.